Oh, do you have the music? The intro music?
I do not. So everyone imagine that you're hearing the intro music to This Is a Disaster, because that's what this is. This is a disaster. Podcast about disasters and the music they make us listen to. I'm Peter, and I'm here with my co-host Leigh.
Hello.
And we're joined by Nuclear Norm again.
What up?
Norm's here to provide color commentary and to probably just generally shit talk, as he's good at doing. Today is going to be a disaster brought to you by Leigh. Before we get to that, I'm just going to do a little bit of a recap, maybe, of what happened last week and what we're doing here in the first place. We decided to do these live streams for various reasons. You probably heard me talk about Doom and how awesome it is. You probably heard me talk about how good I am at Doom, and now you get to see me put my money where my mouth is, literally. And also, for me, Doom has a connection to Movember, I'll say, because it always reminds me of our friend Dirk that we lost to his own mental health struggles a few years ago. There was a particular level in the original, or not the original, but the previous game, Doom Eternal, that I was really beating my head against until I finally beat it. And I was live streaming it during the pandemic, and he watched every second of me trying to beat that level like an idiot. I was the idiot, not him. But anyway, so that's kind of why Doom, why this sense of community. It reminds us of when we used to gather around computers and just talk about stuff and play video games and hang out and fill blankets with farts at sleepovers. You know, all the usual stuff.
Good, clean fun.
Good, clean fun. So again, to recap, last time I got through the first 4 levels. I'm playing on the hardest difficulty. We're soliciting donations for various things that can happen during the live stream. One thing that happened last time is Norm and Leigh both donated $20 to boost the game speed to 140%. So obviously that made it a lot harder. And all of that, I think, is in the spirit of making me die, because every time I do, I'm going to donate $20 to my own campaign. So this week, I think, just to keep it sporting and to encourage other people to maybe also donate and boost the game speed, I'm going to say that that's decayed down to 120% speed.
Convenient. Convenient.
Yeah, convenient, I know. But I also expect that somebody might be an asshole and boost that to 150%. So we'll see. And also, maybe there's another idea that I'll introduce later or now. I was also mentioning that I haven't played Eternal in a couple of years, especially the one level that I was just talking about with Dirk. So maybe if either an individual or collectively we reach $30 in donations, I'll switch over to Eternal, play that level, which I haven't played in a long time, and I'm going to hold myself to that $20 a death thing. So that's the various ways to raise money. Also, you can just donate money to the campaign, and the link is in the chat. So now I'm going to start playing Doom. Leigh is going to tell us about a disaster, and Norm, I guess, is just going to hang out.
Yeah, I don't know how to listen, so this is going to be strange
exercise. You're the one struggling to maintain control of us two idiots.
Yeah, usually my greeting is in a different language that is related to the podcast episode.
True.
But since I don't know what this is about, I don't have a greeting.
The one thing, again, last time I tried to talk about story, I was met with snoring, so I'm not going to get too far into it. The one thing I will mention, there's a cutscene here. It introduces, I'll say, the main character, the Doomslayer. There's Pet. I'm just saying, if you want to get the full juice out of the ending of the game, I would suggest getting highly attached to this dragon.
Yeah, I play the Doom for the story particularly as well.
Okay,
I skipped the gameplay and get to the...
Is there a novelization that I can read?
Mother... This is going to be so much fun. Just get attached to this dragon. Give it your heart. Leigh, what are we talking about today?
Hello. Today we are talking about the Brotherhood of Eternal Love.
Perfect.
What could be more wholesome than that? I think so. And this episode took a while for me. I was sitting on it for months and months and months and just didn't know how to bring it home. And somehow I rallied, so here we are. So let's see how
Somehow
this
you needed something this week and it got done.
Basically, do or die. Start
Also-
one from scratch, or
It's been coming up a lot lately, but that somehow something's happened.
yeah.
I'm always reminded of in The Office when Michael Scott publishes the book about managing, and the title is Somehow I Manage.
Somehow I managed.
Makes me laugh every time.
I can lay claim to that.
Okay,
Okay,
bring it.
so not somehow, but sometime
Uh-huh.
in the 8th century,
Mhm.
the Bardo Thodol was composed by Padmasambhava and buried in the Gampo Hills in central Tibet, only to be discovered at some point in the 14th century.
So, like, whenever you want to start using words.
Basically.
This sounds like you're describing the story of Doom.
I thought we were skipping
It's
this.
like
right in
the
line
gabble
with it.
babble.
Yeah. The Bardo Thodol, or liberation through hearing during the immediate state, is more commonly known in the West as the Tibetan Book of the Dead.
Okay.
Fast forward a little bit. Throughout the early 60s, 1960s,
Yep.
Timothy Leary, a Harvard professor at the time, experimented with various psychedelics, including psilocybin mushrooms and LSD, both legal at the time.
At the same time, or
At the same, well, probably. Double down. Leary quickly became the unofficial king of counterculture as he traveled the country, espousing the mental health benefits of various hallucinogens, mainly LSD, famously coining the phrase, turn on, tune in, drop out.
I remember that
Remember
phrase
that? Yeah.
from the '60s when
From
I
the
lived in-
60s, right? President Nixon once described Leary as the most dangerous man in America.
Okay.
In 1964, Leary co-authored a book with Richard Alpert, a.k.a. Ram Dass, and Ralph Metzer called The Psychedelic Experience, based on the Tibetan Book of the Dead. He was
Cool.
eventually kicked out of Harvard for his unsanctioned experiments involving psychedelics and undergraduate students.
Okay. Some people just call that undergrad.
Some of us did go to university.
What was the perception of psychedelics in the 60s? Like, because now this is insane.
Of course. Well, it was very much an unknown, unprecedented thing, and was, I mean, I guess I could have gone into the origin of that, but was sort of, I guess, synthesized would be the right word, by a chemist by accident in Switzerland. And they were sort of used, they were like experimented with on people to see what the effects were like. But it was years before they were sort of deemed a controlled substance and made illegal. So it was kind of a recreational sort of thing.
They were
even though
so
it was, like,
illegal that they were not actually deemed illegal.
Yeah.
no one knew
Well,
how
it's just
illegal. That no one knew how illegal they should be.
You don't even know.
you don't even know.
Was
but
this MK Ultra time?
I think that's got some. I think that was a factor in MK Ultra, but you know, we can look at that on another day because I don't know much about that, but I
Yeah,
know
I'm sure it's in the
pretty
pipeline.
messed up
Feels disaster.
for sure. But I mean, yeah, it's weird to think that. I mean, this is like seriously like it's not like smoking a cigarette. This is mind-bending stuff.
Yep.
So, you know, quite the thing to do on a Saturday night. That's what people are doing. Anyway, so Leary's writings and his doings picked up many followers in the United States. One such being John Griggs of Anaheim, California, a.k.a. Orange County, a.k.a. Laguna Beach.
I would love it if that's a red herring and that's not actually a person that's relevant to the story.
It's just
that
mentioned
guy
for
fucking loved LSD.
He loved it. Enough about him, though. No, Peter. John Griggs. We're going to talk about John.
All right,
Griggs.
I figured.
Sorry to disappoint. John Griggs grew up a scrappy kid who was well known for starting fights that his friends would then swoop in and finish for him.
That's nice of them. And him.
Not your typical tough guy. He gravitated to the life of a street tough eventually becoming the leader of a gang called the Blue Jackets.
Great. I'm picturing a lot of snapping.
Yeah, please.
John Travolta, greaser style.
You're reading my notes right now. Just picture John Travolta in Grease. That's what he was. He was said to have a magnetic personality with the ability to quickly size people up and draw people in. But yeah, please keep picturing the snapping.
Okay.
Any movie that came out at the time featuring like car-obsessed, troublemaking street gang, misunderstood youth. This is what we're talking. That's the Blue Jackets.
All right.
Garden variety brand of ne'er-do-wells.
Is he inviting the Warriors out to play?
He better.
Did they actually wear blue jackets? That was the good question. 'Cause if they just wore red jackets,
That would be insane.
red letter Michael Jackson jackets.
I'm picturing like blue jackets with names on the back. Like
Members
real
of-
custom jobs. By 1961, John Griggs was 17 years old, newly married to his 15-year-old girlfriend.
Oh, okay. Sorry, how old was he?
17.
Yeah.
This is a Vegas wedding, by the way.
I see.
Yeah. Where you could,
Just marry a 15-year-old.
Just do that.
15-year-old.
Sure.
As well as father to their newborn son. So,
Sorry?
he's a dad.
This is a great start.
Babies making babies, I believe the term is. But he did what any responsible parent would do. He quit his greaser gang, the Blue Jackets, and formed a new gang, the amazingly named the Street Sweepers. Now that's snapping.
We're going to clean up the streets.
When you're a sweeper.
Figuratively? No.
Exactly.
No, we're cleaning.
No, quite the opposite, actually. There were a few upgrades. Instead of cars, they enjoyed motorcycles. Okay. And instead of not having weapons, they now had weapons.
Well,
so,
you have weapons.
gone were the idyllic days of, bashing mailboxes and replaced with the grim reality of carjackings and robberies.
This is settling down.
This is settling down into fatherhood. They also really liked heroin.
Some of you start a podcast. Others start a weird
Some
car.
do deep dives into black metal and disasters.
Yep.
Some start gangs. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. For me, it was 50-50.
At least you had the choice. They didn't have black metal back then. It's sort of,
That's true.
Yeah.
Gary, I'm
Past
thinking,
the time.
I'm thinking a gang. Absolutely not. All right, podcast.
Fine. But it was so cool.
Leather jackets with my name on it.
Yeah, we got matching jackets. You haven't heard the whole story. Wait for it.
Yeah,
Motorcycles.
Before you judge.
Yeah.
Berets.
Berets. And so the story goes. Around 1966, John and his street sweepers.
I'm picturing the cars now too. The sweet.
Oh, I know. It's just like a Zamboni riding down the street. I'm assuming this was when they got tired of singing doo-wop songs around a burning trash can. They heard tell of this new drug, LSD, that was really making waves.
Lucy
in the sky. Word was a big-time Hollywood producer kept a large stash of the drug in his fridge. They
don't mess.
Don't need more
with the
details?
baking
No.
powder.
They crashed a party that this unnamed producer was having. Let's just assume this is a true story. Most likely being instantly identifiable, being that they were a group of junked out bikers amongst these glitzy Hollywood types. Word has it that the producer was so taken with the fact that the gang only wanted to steal his drugs and not cash or any other valuable goods that he put up no fight at all and even wished them a good trip as they left. Peace, man.
Wink.
A wink and a nod. They spent the rest of the night taking copious amounts of LSD, saw God, etc., etc. As you do. Psychedelic experience had a profound effect on John Griggs. He changed his ways completely, tossed his weapons aside, and swore then and there to live a life aligned with peace and love.
And that's exactly what he did. Thanks for the disaster, Leigh.
Thanks for joining us. Take lots of acid. It'll turn your life around.
And he had his second kid.
I mean,
and-
technically true. Just might not be in the direction you'd hope.
Yeah, I didn't say it was good. But that was kind of very much in line with like Leary's experiments with the drug. He was trying to sort of show that it could reverse these criminal instincts in people, or like maybe bad tendencies.
Sorry.
So there you go.
Awesome. Just
yes.
got a question if I ever played MDK. Yes, I did. That's one of the first, or an early game.
Yeah, Murder, Death, Kill.
Yeah, it was
Murder,
awesome.
Death, Kill.
And MDK 2 was great too.
Nice. John, along with a small group of roughly 30 other like-minded friends, formed the Brotherhood of Eternal Love, a de facto commune which espoused the benefits of free love, surfing, and spiritual enlightenment through the use of psychedelic drugs. Timothy Leary was their figurehead and, in effect, their messiah. In his fervent endorsement of LSD, Leary was encouraging anyone and everyone to build their own churches, a recommendation the Brotherhood took in earnest. And LSD would be the driving force behind this new religion they were attempting to found and spread the good word on. John Griggs' young wife, Carol, was initially a little hesitant.
I mean, you do have a kid. You remember that?
Yeah. Are you sure? Yeah, not so sure about the whole acid as Holy Communion thing. But John made the decision for her by spiking her breakfast with LSD one morning.
Sorry, this is mother of his child. Okay.
Yes.
Good.
Just helping.
Sure.
Just like a fast track. Yeah, apparently after that she was quite sold on the commune way of life.
Yeah.
You
Also-
just get on LSD and then you're like, oh, this is so great.
This is so great. I'm going to do everything differently from now on.
Also, to answer a further question in the chat, yes, to clarify, for a $30 donation, I'm going to switch to that level that I was talking about in Doom Eternal that I haven't played in years. The one that Dirk watched me eat shit on repeatedly until I beat. So
I didn't know what you were talking about with MDK.
that's a great game.
I'm just going to roll with this.
No, it's you've never played it?
No.
Classic.
Is it really murder, death, kill?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like Ken mode is kill everyone now.
Kill everyone now mode.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
The Brotherhood was operated out of Mystic Arts World, a head shop in downtown Laguna Beach, owned by Griggs and Robert Stubby Tierney.
One last thing I'll mention. Sorry, just an admin thing. If you do decide to donate something, just mention it in the chat. I'm not actually monitoring emails and stuff.
Say it in the chat.
Say it in the chat, and I'll take
That's
your
where
word
it's at.
for it.
Yeah.
As you were.
As you were. So, Stubby,
Yep.
in 1963, Stubby was part of a gang of surfers called the 15th Street Gang.
Where
Gangs
are
are
they
just
located?
the precursor to hippie culture. I thought it was beatnik, but apparently it's street gangs.
Yes.
They hung around Newport Beach. They made their home in a house they dubbed the Animal Farm, soon making themselves known to the Newport Beach Police Department for being the local potheads and all-around public nuisances.
Okay, so oh boy. It sounds like we've got the donations for me to switch to a turn.
Okay.
We're finally going to see a death, and it won't be any one of these LSD people. It'll be Peter.
Okay, bear
Although
with me.
it'll
I'm just going
have
to start
the
up
same
Eternal.
sort of color palette. I
Oh,
think.
he didn't have it installed.
No, I've got it
Oh,
installed.
Peter.
Please.
Yeah, I've seen your hard drive.
I've
It is blinking red with the things.
You think I put 540 hours in a game and I don't have it installed? Come on. Okay, I'm booting it up. I'm just going to make sure you guys can see it. It should pop up as soon as it... Sorry to interrupt. Sorry to break your flow, Leigh.
Oh, it crashed.
No, it's booting. There we go. Okay. Oh, it crashed. It's coming. It's coming, guys. I
For
promise.
sure it is.
Okay, here we go. This is going to be
How are the splines?
interesting. Reticulating.
Okay, good.
Didn't crash. Yeah, so about Stubby.
So
All
we're
right, let's
talking
hear some more
Stubby.
about Stubbs. I'm going to start this. This is going to be interesting.
Okay. You got that. Do you have to get to it in the level, or
No, I'm just going to play the level
okay?
because the whole level is.
Shit show.
It is. And I'll use it as warm up.
I remember. Yeah.
It was the Holt, I think. Yes, it was.
There you go.
It's also one of my favorite levels because it's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
But
it's
also
creepy,
everything is
it's
trying to kill
eerie.
you.
Oh, Stargate.
This is I should mention.
Your
I
costume.
use I use a unicorn version. Okay. Good.
Nothing more humiliating than being ripped
Jesus.
in half by a
Assuming you want to
unicorn.
use that orb
Get
to
some
go to
positive
Earth,
feedback
right?
on the unicorn. I'm just going to skip to the level so Leigh can keep talking.
Okay,
Let's
so we're talking Stubby. We're talking the 15th Street
go.
gang.
Feels familiar. The difference being that for Eternal you need to be a concert pianist. Go on.
Which you are. That's why you're so good at this. Around 1966, Newport Beach police officer Neil Purcell put enough pressure on Stubbs and the gang to encourage them to fuck off. They opted for Laguna Beach, changing the name of their gang to Tribe of the Rising Sun, and soon merged themselves with the burgeoning Brotherhood, aka Griggs and Friends. They scouted out where the cheapest rents were, rented 2 houses in the canyon, one to live in and one to deal drugs out of, and would rent a new house anytime too much heat came down on the one previous. And they opened the Mystic Arts shortly thereafter. Mystic Arts sold copies of Leary's book, The Psychedelic Experience, along with incense, candles, and imported psychedelic paraphernalia. In the back room of the head shop, high-ranking members of the Brotherhood would gather, plotting their various schemes and plans.
Scheming and planning.
Scheming and planning.
Are there any
Typical hippies.
Are there any like hippie combines that aren't drug related?
I can't
Hey, 'cause
imagine. Like
any
a straight edge
non-nefarious-
hippie.
Have you heard about I don't know if I'm spoiling the episode, the Love Has Won cult?
Oh.
No.
So there was a documentary on this recently, and it's modern, but
Okay.
it's like, oh yeah, we're all about. It's exactly what you're describing now,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
just can be described every hippie love drug cult.
But they were all about drugs, too.
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay. I thought you were describing one that was like, but no
No,
drugs.
no. It's just
You get high on life.
They were on drugs.
Okay. Well, there's a little more to the Brotherhood than just that, as we're going to see. But yeah, they strive for self-sufficiency in as many ways possible. They grew their own food, sewed their own clothes, built their own houses, sheds, and other meager. Did you die already?
No, not a death.
Okay.
Oh, falling into a pit isn't death?
No, because this game's not bullshit.
You just lose some health. Other meager forms of infrastructure and acting as midwives without any outside medical assistance. Could go wrong.
That'll be fine.
Oh yeah,
You don't really need birth.
People did it for years.
What's hard about birth, really? Am I right, women? Ladies? Ladies, are they all gone now?
That's
Okay.
something you want to leave a chance.
Yeah.
I mean, hospitals, they don't exist. Like, they just are there to take your money.
Yeah, they're bullshit. They quickly shifted from commune to bona fide church, which entailed registering as a non-profit, tax-exempt religious organization. Smart.
Yep.
As far as the Brotherhood was concerned, marijuana and especially LSD were sacraments, and there was no limit on how often a member could take Holy Communion. In fact, members were encouraged to take LSD as much as possible. $20.
Death numero uno.
Okay. Just gonna write that one down.
There's
Death
smash your piggy bank.
1. All right. No, I'm a man of my word.
need a
oh no,
whiteboard.
I have to donate to men's mental health.
Bullshit.
Years, guys. It's been years. So the rust is coming off.
Conceptually, if there's truly was a religion, then LSD would be its central tenet. It was a religion you could describe as syncretic.
What?
Syncretic?
What?
Syncretic?
Okay.
Oh, okay, the third time I understood what that definition was.
Oh, explanation. What this basically means a hodgepodge of some Christianity, some Eastern religions, and a
No, go away from me.
dash of $20.
This is gonna get bad.
Yeah.
When I was in university, I'm gonna go off topic here. One of my friends, like, he would none of us understood our quantum physics textbook, and one of my friends, one night he was like, you know what, last night I got super high and I read the quantum physics textbook and it totally made sense.
I get it, man.
Can you explain it now? No,
At the
absolutely
time,
not.
and then now it's back to being crap.
That's like every party I ever went.
But the-
someone
like-
said something
The
like that.
realization that you think you understand and then you don't at the time, that's something probably the LSD people think like, oh, that's the truth.
That's
is
so typical.
that state is the true state.
And then the next day, whoa. Oh man, that's pretty typical of what was going on back then. The hippies all thought the answers were in the east.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You should try heading to the east.
Yes, head east.
Less monsters.
I would take that.
So I'll read a statement that was part of the group's original objective: to bring to the world a greater awareness of God through the teachings of Jesus Christ, Ramakrishnam Babaji, Paramahansa Yogananda, Mahatma Gandhi, and all true prophets and apostles of God.
What I like is their limited scope. How do I... Oh, yeah, it's F. That's why.
Oh, you're hitting the wrong button.
I forgot all the buttons. Gary asks how in debt we're going to be by the end of the night. Second mortgage.
Second morning. So it was
Sorry, we were talking about the very focused cult.
very
It's
focused,
not
spread far and
drawn
wide.
on.
But that's like kind of reminiscent of an episode we have in the can, not yet released,
Doesn't sound like that.
where I sort of ran down a list of several gods that were in another sort of mission statement from another group, kind of tempting the fate of the apocalypse as I did so. But the apocalypse might happen before that episode comes out, so it's no worries.
Wow.
We'll never
oh
need
my
to-
god.
We'll never need to hear it. The rapture will have occurred.
Exactly.
But there was so much more in store for the Brotherhood, you see, because they quickly made the transition from commune to religion and finally to Orange County's first major international drug smuggling network. And possibly only, I don't know, I didn't research any others.
That's fair.
There might be another one.
I think you've done the appropriate.
This one was hard enough. This made for a wide variety of causes the group were involved in, from funding vegan soup kitchens, supporting a variety of local artists, and hoping to end the war in Vietnam, perhaps inspiring a generation working towards worldwide peace and harmony. On the other hand, it also financed a complex conglomeration of underground networks that would eventually import untold amounts of weed, hash, and later cocaine to Southern California and from all over the place, Sri Lanka, Afghanistan, and Costa Rica, to name a
I mean,
few.
the first part was fairly progressive. I can get, the second
Well,
part,
yeah,
not
arguably
as much.
regressive.
They also ran secret laboratories where they produced their own brand of LSD, an extremely potent variety known as Orange Sunshine.
Oh, OS.
I would not trust the people that are on LSD to have
To
the
make the
to have the chemistry background to make LSD.
Well, before you
Okay.
judge, let's hear how it was made.
Okay. All right. Let's.
According to Stubby, Orange Sunshine, the purest form of LSD, but it was a little too potent. They would take a piece of plywood, drill dozens of holes halfway into it, and smear the LSD paste into the holes to dry.
No, that's how you do it.
So that's how you do it.
I'm a scientist. That's how you do it.
What's a sliver on the tongue? Like,
There's not a lot of wood in wet labs. If you're wondering.
Or is there not?
No,
Okay.
we tend to use beakers.
yeah,
Okay, that only cost me $40. Oh
you realize you
somebody
can just drill holes into wood and save
Somebody
some
has
money.
rightfully pointed out that we're talking about LSD religion dressed as a unicorn fighting demons. And
Yeah.
angels, so-
It's all on brand. You
Yeah.
got this out. Orange
No.
Sunshine was sold for 10 cents a hit, going down to 5 cents if you bought it in bulk. And they threw in a copy of Leary's Psychedelic Prayers. They're the deal. The idea was to sell Orange Sunshine for such a low price that they were practically giving it away, which they sometimes actually literally did. For example, at Grateful Dead concerts, usually by a certain Brotherhood member decked out in an orange jumpsuit. Point is, they wanted it everywhere. So drug dealing eventually gave way to drug smuggling. John, yeah.
Peace and love, man.
Peace and love, man.
Peace, love, and massive profit margin.
Exactly. John Gale, another John, with support from Stubby, founded Rainbow Surfboards.
I don't know why we haven't commented, or I haven't commented on Stubby yet.
Stubby's pretty excellent.
Solid.
Complete with boards that featured Buddhist mandalas, dolphins, religious symbols, and tail fins stuffed full of hash. Which
that's how they smuggled it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Which was shown in a film called Rainbow Bridge. Among other things, that you saw Jimi Hendrix's final concert performance that he gave to the Brotherhood in Hawaii. But yes, there's a scene where the surfboard was opened to reveal the stashes of pot hidden in the tail fin. Griggs wasn't too happy about that. And it wasn't long before the drug smuggling aspect overshadowed the more altruistic aspects of the Brotherhood. We are, after all, talking about former criminals who experienced a kind of recidivism through the psychedelic experience. Doesn't change the fact that most of them were, up until very recently, committing felonies on a daily
They
basis.
just were like weirdly justifying their own their own felonies by being cracked out of their minds.
Exactly. All made sense.
I should announce that I am now... Oh, can you turn down the music a bit? Yes, I can.
Okay.
I am now at the gate. Oh, yeah, the music's 100%.
Well,
Because
congratulations.
it's bitching. I'll turn it down. Okay, sorry. That should be better. Okay. There we go. So I'm also at the gate that originally was extremely difficult. The hardest one in the game. That's the one that I beat with Dirk watching. They made it easier. It's still probably the hardest.
It's still incredibly hard. Especially on Nightmare difficulty, which I assume is what you're...
please.
Nightmare or nothing kind of... Yeah,
Please.
I know.
Leigh.
I'm just telling the people.
That okay, but please.
Okay. Yeah, so Stubby had connections in Mexico. Who provided the...
with a name like that?
Senor,
El
Senor
Stubito.
Stubby.
Oh, that's terrible.
Okay.
They provided the Brotherhood with cheap marijuana. They would simply pay the Mexican border guards a retaining fee and walk across the border with the drugs on their person.
I'm screwed.
One of the Brotherhood's favorite locations to acquire hash from was Afghanistan, where the stuff was apparently quite strong and quite cheap. The Brotherhood's membership was apparently far-reaching and worldwide. A member would travel to Germany, buy a car, usually a Volkswagen, sometimes a Porsche. Used to be fabulous. Drove to Afghanistan to acquire the hash, which would then be stashed within goods that they got at a bazaar. The car and the goods would get shipped to Canada and driven across the border to California. This all worked because apparently border security was non-existent in the 60s and 70s.
I knew the drugs were coming from Canada the whole time.
I knew it.
Now,
Did they tariff us?
No.
that's the move.
They were totally cool. They also eventually acquired a yacht, which they named the Afia, for ferrying drugs around the world. Insanely elaborate schemes.
Yep.
Super risky.
Wait, am I? No, never mind.
No.
Well, I don't even know what happened.
I have
Why?
extra life in this game.
Cheating.
No, that's a mechanic.
That's a thing. That's one of the runes.
yeah.
Yeah, super risky, but very fruitful when they paid off. And all the money was being laundered through Mystic Arts World Shop, which they ran. It was all good. Officer Neil Purcell was having none of this.
Typical Neil.
Typical Purcell. Right? Killjoy. Having himself relocated from Newport Beach to Laguna, because maybe he really did have it out with Stubby. Now you're dead. Jeez.
$20.
Get your checkbook out.
No. It's all for a good cause.
No. Yeah.
Here we go.
He was hell-bent on busting the Brotherhood, or as they came to be known, the hippie mafia. That's a lot cooler.
Is it?
I mean...
Of all the mafias you want to be part of.
True.
They were the 15th Street Gang, the Blue Jackets.
Yeah, Street Sweepers.
Street Sweepers,
Let's
forgot
not
about
forget
them.
the Street Sweepers. The police presence in Laguna Beach was heavy, with officers arresting any kid on the beachfront, even just for the crime of having long hair.
That is a crime.
Yeah.
So if you look at my old photos.
Me too. I should have been busted on the spot. They would stalk through Laguna Canyon at night with parabolic microphones, listening at windows for drug-related conversations or coughing sounds. That equals drugs.
Coughing?
Anyone coughing
Yeah.
is on drugs.
That's marijuana.
Coughing is selling drugs if you're coughing.
Door kicked in.
That's highly illegal, I assume, to spy on people with
It's for good cause.
Yeah. Not if you're...
Not if you're doing it for.
Seems like it's generally without cause.
Until there's cause.
Okay.
Stubby's claim was that he had a brother-in-law who was an FDA agent who would call up and warn him of impending drug busts. This meant they could be quite elusive and one step ahead of Purcell. But Purcell finally hit pay dirt on December 26, 1968. Out on yet another patrol to see if he could turn up anything on the hippie mafia, Purcell spotted a station wagon parked in the middle of Woodland Drive. The people inside the car appeared to be arguing and didn't notice Purcell as he approached. He tapped on the window and demanded the driver's identification, only to quickly realize that he didn't need to read the name on the license, as he instantly recognized the driver as Timothy Leary.
Hey, T-Lears.
T-Lears. A man he was well familiar with by then. After ordering Leary out of the vehicle and calling for backup, a search of the car turned up 2 kilograms of marijuana and hashish, some of it hidden in clothing and luggage strewn throughout the car. In Leary's 1983 memoir, Flashbacks, I bet, right? Leary claimed that all Purcell turned up was 2 joints, both of which were planted on him by Purcell himself. Yeah, right.
I mean, maybe
It could go either way, really.
you'd be more skeptical of the police doing things in modern days, but based off of everything else you've mentioned about this group,
It's not hard to believe.
yeah, you could be like, yeah, I'm surprised that they ever did not
forgot
have
about this
drugs
guy.
on them.
Yeah, I mean, he would always have 2 kilos.
Drugs on them or in them.
Yeah. Like taped to their organs.
I meant in their blood. But
In their blood, too.
But yeah, taped on their internal organs.
For sure. Purcell actually never realized how lucky he was to nab Leary. In fact, because there was a 24-hour Purcell watch going down at all Brotherhood houses with an entire system of alarms and whistles to notify. I can just imagine the efficiency of hey, man.
Just have a cowbell
Yeah.
every time Purcell's nearby.
Is he there? I don't know. The reason Leary happened to be where he was at this particular time was due to a huge disagreement he had with John Griggs concerning Leary's son Jack having relations with as many of the Brotherhood wives as he could.
Why is that a problem?
Free love.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Aren't we hippies?
I thought so. Jack certainly saw it that way. Griggs was not too hot on that. So Leary left with his wife and Jack in a big huff. Thus the argument. Purcell witnessed as he approached, and so on and so forth. So, a little sidebar on Tim Leary's comings and goings since his ousting from Harvard a few years back. Like 62 or 63 is when that happened, I think. Shortly after this, he was taken in by the wealthy Hitchcock family.
Of Alfred fame?
I don't think so.
Okay.
We all know the Hitchcock. Who hosted him at the Hitchcock Estate, or Millbrook, as it's sometimes known,
Take a shower.
in Millbrook, New York.
Why would they do this? That's
I just because he was cool. Like he was considered really cool.
this is like a real Saltburn situation. If you've seen,
oh for
seen
sure.
it.
Yeah,
Why would
some yucky, icky tub water licking.
of all the scenes to remind us?
I mean,
of.
that's the one we remember.
Well, I was thinking of a certain grave scene.
Oh yeah, the grave. Yeah.
Apparently, that was his idea. Oh,
Yeah.
$400 then?
But just some rich family picking up some weird druggy dropout.
Yeah, like I think they kind of thought they were being pretty cool.
yeah.
So here at Millbrook, he was left to his own devices, where he continued his reputation as the patron saint of psychedelics. Artist and writer Nina Graboy, herself a huge influence on the 60s psychedelic movement, described Millbrook as such: a cross between a country club, a madhouse, a research institute, a monastery, and a Fellini movie set.
Okay.
All those things. When you entered, you were greeted by a sign that asked you to kindly check your esteemed ego at the door. Some high-minded individuals.
I wish we were rich. Anyone I knew was rich enough to have like a estate that was just
Yeah.
named something. Like, you know, it's like, oh, I'm going to Skyfall. What?
Excuse me. You know, of the Hitchcock Skyfall. And they're never there. They just own this place. That's wealth.
That's true.
Something to shoot for.
I'm going to aspire to have an estate that I'm never asked.
The Zakar.
Oh, no.
Despite this atmosphere of free thinking and experimentation, it wasn't long before Leigh wore out his welcome at Millbrook. His experiments soon devolved into flimsy excuses for a cavalcade of parties, orgies, etc., etc. When it was made clear to him that his time at Millbrook was up, Leigh thought it might be a good time to head on over to the West Coast and check out what was going on with the Brotherhood. Tim had only met John Griggs in person once, shortly before the Brotherhood took off in earnest. As I said, Leigh was very much their inspiration and figurehead for many of their beliefs and tenets, but in name and reputation only. Shortly before this, however, and possibly as he was sensing that the Hitchcocks had had enough of this shit, Leigh sent his son Jack to scope out the Brotherhood scene in Laguna.
You don't want to overstay your welcome. At least he never lost his manners.
You can always say that. And only report back that it wasn't just your workaday commune, that they were in fact also counting fat stacks. This plus the fact that he was well aware that he would basically be worshipped like a god by these people saw Leigh join the Brotherhood in 1967. At first, his presence within the Brotherhood would prove to be fortuitous, as it was he who brought in the two chemists, Nicholas Sands and Tim Scully, who ended up being the architects of the Orange Sunshine strain of acid. Good.
They just took normal LSD, added Tang to it.
That
was just a specialty.
I just literally picture it with like Tang crystals. However, it didn't take long before Leary's direct involvement proved to be their undoing. It started with an event that took place in San Francisco, California in January of 1967. An event known as the Human Be-In. Being, get it? One we've discussed on at least
Somebody says
one other occasion.
Okay.
I believe it first came across my desk within my episode dedicated to creepy pedo poet Allen Ginsberg.
Oh, yeah.
And his predilection for commandeering the microphone at certain events and chanting the Om meditation mantra over the PA for hours on end. The Human Being notably being one of said events. We can only assume he would have been murdered right then and there if it were not for the copious amounts of drugs the attendees and organizers were on, making his annoying actions undoubtedly seem quite groovy.
No, let's hear him out.
Yeah. It's also a key part of an upcoming episode that's already been recorded. So don't be weirded out when I don't reference this episode in that one.
In 4 years.
Making a note.
4 years.
Oh, for
They'll-
fuck's
they'll-
I'm working on
they'll
it.
have
Okay, one
forgotten
thing at a
about it.
time. Right now, I'm trying to kill a buffed marauder, and then
Time management. For today's purposes, the human be-in was Tim Leary's chance to capitalize on the fame of Orange Sunshine by being one of the key speakers at the event. This was where he first coined the tune in, turn on, drop out phrase. Not only did it give Leary the attention and admiration he was desperately craving, it also painted a huge target on the Brotherhood's backs, thanks to Leary ensuring that Orange Sunshine and the Brotherhood of Eternal Love were two things to be intertwined from that day forward. Suffice to say, the spiritual father of the Brotherhood of Eternal Love also proved to be their biggest heat score and ultimate undoing. And it was around this time John Griggs could see the writing on the wall.
oh, thank God.
Yeah, he saw the writing on the wall
Peter saw
finally.
it.
Well,
He got rid of that
In blood.
ghosted marauder.
yeah.
Now you're just doing the cleanup. Don't die.
Well,
That's the worst.
Sorry, I'm listening.
No, I'm watching.
Honestly, guys, though, not to get sentimental, but this is making me think of Dirk.
Nice.
That feeling of beating it and him being like, "Good
How
job."
did you do that?
Was
Yeah,
the
good-
gas?
good
Was the
job.
grass trying to kill you?
Yeah, he's like, even the grass is trying to kill you. Oh, you did it.
Oh, and it only cost me.
Yeah, the idea of Timothy Leary was a lot more appealing than the man himself. So,
Cool.
in the spring of
As is the case for many hippies.
spring of '69, John Griggs pooled resources with the few remaining members who still held true to the Brotherhood's original ideals of mind-altering drugs for everybody and rampant drug smuggling, and purchased a 300-acre ranch near Idlewild, California.
Oh, come on.
It was meant to be the true embodiment of the utopia described in the Aldous Huxley, I think I said his name right,
Aldous?
novel Island. Members would do their chores during the day, then retire to their respective teepees in the evening to partake in LSD ceremonies when they saw fit. It was
Which
a
I
peaceful
assume
life.
is all the time.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
Sustainable life
Hell
right,
on
right there.
earth.
I mean, like, I've never known anyone that has a sustainable life where they work all day and do drugs every night.
Exactly. It's the worst of both. You know, just doing chores and then, then what do you got? No Doom to play? Sucks. In May of '69, Timothy Leary ran for governor of California. As part of his campaign, he brought film crews to the ranch without John Griggs' permission. He filmed himself sitting cross-legged before the collection of teepees on the property and basically inaccurately portrayed the lifestyle as his own and took all the credit for the purchase and establishment of the ranch.
Jerk.
Jerky jerk.
Who's the saint of psychedelics now, am I right?
Exactly. August 3rd, 1969, Griggs and his wife decided to take some time off from I don't know what.
Getting baked,
Yeah.
communing with
No,
God,
not from that.
thinking they're on another. Oh,
Yeah. They were still reeling from Leary's betrayal. Also, their third child had arrived 5 days prior. Okay. So
Good thing to do 5 days after giving birth.
yeah. Another good thing to do is to have a private LSD ceremony. Spice things up
private. Okay.
rather than do boring old LSD for
Have
the probably literal 50 millionth time.
Have we answered the question of what an LSD ceremony is?
No.
You
Make
just
up
take it and trip balls, or
pretty much.
Okay.
It's to your own imagination.
Mhm.
So yeah, not LSD this time. Decided instead to opt for synthetic psilocybin crystals, which one of the members had brought over from Switzerland. Much like his first experience with LSD, Griggs consumed hefty amounts.
Why go halfway?
Why?
No half measures.
No half measures for this man. Shortly afterwards, he knew something was wrong. He began suffering physical symptoms, but refused any sort of medical intervention, claiming that the outcome was, quote, between him and God. His wife, Carol, smartened him up, as wives are wont to do.
That's generally the rule.
Yeah, brought him to the hospital. However, he was barely through the front entrance before he took one last breath and died right there.
That's too bad.
So that was some shitty suicide. So it was around this time that the Brotherhood started its slow but steady demise. While Tim Leary was their official spiritual leader, it was well known within the members that the true leader, spiritual and otherwise, was Griggs. It's even said that when Leary showed up in Laguna Beach, his style was a lot more similar to someone like Woody Allen, wearing suits, a lot of nervous energy.
Just picture Woody Allen showing up to one of these things.
Yeah.
That's not even. It was only when he observed Griggs' long hair, robes, flower behind his ear, easy breezy, peace and love attitude, that he himself took on this persona. Leary's ideals were, many of them, a force of division within the group, in so much as he was very much against many of the things the Brotherhood stood for and the practices they carried out. He was an egomaniac, he craved attention, he was a womanizer, he ate meat, he drank alcohol. He was
Alcohol.
was not done.
That is...
That'll kill you.
That's
Other
bad
than
for
the like insane amount of drugs that were okay, drinking was no. And he was over the age of 30. Never trust anyone over 30 was kind of an unofficial adage within hippie culture at the time, because that ancient person was most likely a narc.
I did lose perspective of the fact that he's not even 30.
Pretty ironic and very much reinforces the old adage of never meet your heroes. So, with Griggs out of the picture, the Brotherhood became fractured, with different factions popping up in Oregon and Hawaii. The business side of the operation also became divided into branches, and a leader being appointed to every branch. Timothy Leary did not win the election to become governor of California.
He didn't, huh?
He did not.
Was
what
it-
he did win
Was it the drinking?
it was probably the drinking. Just the fact that he was an old coot.
As an old 31-year-old.
Yeah, right. Oh, he was, I think, like 50 or something. Like, so he was like, that's like being 105. What he did win was 2 10-year sentences for marijuana possession. In the past, when the Brotherhood was much more of a brotherhood, i.e. prior to Leary's direct involvement, the pool of money would essentially be communal and used for a variety of things, including posting bail for members who found themselves in the pokey or in some kind of legal trouble. We can only imagine that this happened fairly often. Although he did prove to be a divisive character, there were enough Brotherhood members who still adhered to the idea that Leary was their spiritual leader. And so, they hatched a plot to bust him out of jail. That's a tricky thing to do, breaking someone out of jail. And what does...
Is it?
I think so.
'Kay.
I mean, I've never tried it.
Well, don't knock it until you do.
True.
Well, if they're on LSD when they do it, that will give them the confidence
True.
to be able
It's
to...
easy, man.
Also, just for the eagle eye watchers among you, I did just use the BFG, which I typically try not to.
No? Even that's not allowed?
Well,
You gotta use it.
it's a big gun that kills everything in the room, but that's not fun, so I've been trying to not use it. But
It's a lot.
well, it is. But
I mean, you get 3 shots. So yeah, breaking into like, so what does one do when presented with a task one is incapable of doing on one's own?
just keep bashing your head against it until it happens.
That's one.
'Kay.
Another option is you outsource.
To hippies?
Yeah.
Perfect.
No, the hippies outsource. So for this particular
got it.
task, the Brotherhood paid $25,000 to hire the domestic terrorist group, the Weather Underground, to do the deed. Now, this was a group that quickly shifted from doing acts of public protest to things like inciting a violent riot in Chicago known as the Days of Rage.
It's very well.
Good album title.
Yep.
And an explosion, which I do not want to give the details on because it seems like a good topic for another day. So leave it at that.
forgot that this map goes on forever, and it has a series of the hardest rooms.
Yeah, maybe the Holt is not the problem in this level. Well, I remember this is
Years. Sorry.
For the prison break, Leigh was instructed to scale the barbed wire fence, which he did somehow. Like, that honestly seems like the hardest part. I don't want to do that. I'll probably get really hurt.
I've accidentally cut myself on barbed wire not trying to climb it.
I bet that was a sucky day.
It was not great.
Yeah.
But if their plan is for him to just climb over and jump over a barbed wire fence
That's all
and
the
leave,
work.
And,
Just
and
meet
what-
us outside. Like, one part of
we'll
break
supply
out.
the. You jump the fence, we'll supply the car.
Yeah, fuck that. I got a car. So he
It's a little bit like the giant rabbit in Holy Grail.
is the rabbit. The Weather Underground then picked him up and managed to smuggle him out of the United States using forged papers. Okay, that's not hard part. He ultimately made it to Afghanistan. I fucking love it there, where he lived in exile for a while.
It's a lot of heroin.
These are the days when you could like take a vacation in Afghanistan. It was like an exotic
Imagine.
place for white people.
You need a visa? I guess he was smuggled in.
Yeah, oh yeah, he had all that shit. At this point, the Brotherhood truly had no leader. But some of the more dedicated members of the group, most likely the ones who still very much like the idea of selling drugs for money, kept at the whole smuggling thing, but now with cocaine added to the mix.
Oh, perfect. Well, it'll go faster now.
Yeah, exactly. Get stuff done. And with the addition of cocaine comes the addition of cartels. And with the addition of cartels comes the reintroduction of guns.
Perfect.
What could
I was
possibly
going to say,
go-
if anything was missing,
weapons. Lethal weapons. Great movie. It's actually
Good tool
pretty
for this.
symbolic of the degeneration of the Brotherhood itself, or their ideals, where they started out with togetherness and enlightenment, or so they thought. This is now replaced with opulence and addiction. So there's a lesson in there somewhere. Unsurprisingly, with members no doubt getting high on their own supply, the bonds began to fray even further. The money was not being distributed equally. The higher-ups were siphoning off the top, purchases of lavish homes and cars took the place of being unbathed and self-sufficient. Fear, paranoia, greed. Many members mourned the loss of the original ideals of the Brotherhood. Others, perhaps seeing the ship was sinking and wanting to grab hold of the life preserver, became informants.
oh yeah,
That's what I do.
thick as thieves, hippies are.
Yeah. To a point. On June 17th, 1971, President Richard Nixon declared that drug use was silent killer, public enemy number one. This statement more or less launched the so-called war on drugs. Not just a sweet band. A coalition between the Brotherhood snitches and the federal authorities is what facilitated infiltration into the Brotherhood's operations. And you know Neil Purcell was involved. He
I was
had
going to say,
much to contribute from his years-long investigations into the goings-on at Laguna Beach. Over the course of the next year, the FBI investigated the Brotherhood's drug smuggling ways, complete with phone taps and whatnot. What they found, as we now know, was a multi-million-dollar organization and empire that was all started under the seemingly altruistic banner of peace and love, man. In August of 1972, the FBI swarmed in. They raided Idlewild Ranch, as well as compounds in Oregon and Hawaii, and the labs where Orange Sunshine was produced, seizing over $200 million worth of assets. 46 Brotherhood members were indicted. Many more escaped and managed to live in hiding for years. Also, in 1972, the FBI nabbed Tim Leary in Afghanistan, whereupon he was extradited back to the USA, where he was sent to Folsom Prison and placed in a cell right next door to Charles Manson.
oh, look at that. This is like the third connection we've had in our show to Charles Manson.
Get rid of that guy. He was released a mere 3 years later.
Charles Manson?
No. By California Governor Jerry Brown. Not actually by the governor, but there were apparently some pretty lax parole procedures in place at the time. So he didn't order Leary's release, but he could have blocked it. He didn't. Leary lived the rest of his life on the lecture touring circuit and died in 1996. Who cares? And that's it. What started out as a wholesome group of peace-minded, well-meaning folks under the heavy, heavy influence of mind-altering drugs quickly devolved into basically the same group of people under a different brand of mind-altering drugs.
Oh.
More of a lateral move, if anything. And that's the Brotherhood of Eternal Love.
Wow. That was a disaster.
Yeah, sure was.
The story of every cult, like that is such a familiar story. The number of cults,
Exactly.
stories you read.
Starts out with the best of intentions.
Although, wait, hold on.
And then the leader
stop.
vanishes.
Let's examine that for a second.
No!
Was it the best of intentions?
The peace and
So
love.
the peace and
part,
love.
Okay, everyone says that.
I know.
But then the leadership vanishes.
Exactly.
Cults fracture.
Yeah. People get greedy.
Similar to religions.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. You don't say.
One could.
A historian would make parallels to.
Secular.
One might.
One might say.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, do you have music to go with that?
I got a song to go.
Okay, cool.
The song I chose is by the band Steppenwolf. We know them for Born to Be Wild. Magic
Do we?
Carpet Ride.
Okay.
Sure you do.
Well,
You might not, but people do.
DC Justice League.
Oh, right. That's right, too. It was like, named after that band. But the song I chose is called Don't Step on the Grass.
Okay.
Grass.
Okay.
And grass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very much a pro-marijuana song from the time. Came out in 1968. Certainly the Brotherhood members would have been super down with it, but it's also noteworthy because at the very end of the song, there's like the song kind of falls apart. There's a staged drug raid.
Oh.
And then the last thing you hear is toilet flushing, so I guess they're getting rid of their stash. So it works on a couple of different levels.
That's cool.
How about you, Noah?
I do got a song.
All right.
I was debating between two because after we started mentioning Orange Sunshine. Wait, is that what it was called?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a
Don't pretend you don't
flash
know.
of inspiration.
I was thinking about that.
What's that LSD strain hypothetically?
No, but I just had to go with something
Orange.
more appropriate. So, like when you told us it was late '60s psychedelic drugs, I'm like, well, music in the '60s sucked.
Well,
Hot take.
So I was just gonna pick a song from the '90s.
okay.
But the band is Spacemen 3.
Oh yeah.
And they're like an 80s, 90s psychedelic
Very
rock
psychedelic.
band that would be exactly appropriate, and you would hear their music and think it's from the psychedelic 60s
They
and 70s. And when the song is Amen, it's just like a chilling, chill out, zone out, drugged out LSD anthem.
Probably one chord, just
Yeah, it's just that over and over again.
Very good for
And
that.
you just can't get it out of your head. Amen.
Oh man.
That's pretty cool. I've got one, but I can't speak right now. So give me a second.
Just use one syllable
Why did
words.
Why did I think this was going to be a good idea? I realized that this is the level with the boss on it.
Which yeah.
So first of all, before I
There's a
get to
break for
mine,
you.
here's a little break. First of all, somebody said, "How to cult? Step 1: say you love everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Step 2: question mark. Step 3: profiteering off arms and drug trade." So yeah, that's pretty accurate.
That's the way it goes.
Oh my god, I've been hyper
That's your
focused for the last
carpal
40
tunnel.
minutes. No, it's good. I just have been on another planet. For me, it's not from the 60s, it's from the 70s, and it's not the original, it's a cover.
Can't use it.
Well, I'm going to use
I'll
it
allow
anyway, so suck it. It's a cover of Have a Cigar
Okay.
by Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
But it's by a group called something that I just had.
Roy Harper?
Nope. Give me a second. Can't edit around this because it's live.
No.
I'm just waiting.
The main squeeze. Main squeeze.
Okay.
I came across YouTube fed me a video of this once. It was them playing it live.
Yeah.
And it's such a good cover. Gives me goosebumps every time. There's a guitar solo in there that is like prodigious. It's so good. And even though the song is from the 70s, it comes to mind because of if one were to be relaxing with the aid of some substances. It's a great song to listen to in that state. So that's Have a Cigar by the Main Squeeze, originally by Pink Floyd.
Oh, the main squeeze covered the Pink Floyd song.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, not...
I was so confused there for a second.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Newsflash, everyone. Not an original.
But they covered it. They covered it in the 70s because the Have a Cigar came out in 74.
No, it's a cover from
80, 90.
No, like recently.
Oh, gotcha.
Say no, I don't want to play it. I can't tell, but it was fed to me like 2 years ago. So it was
Okay.
Maybe, in the last couple of years.
All right, yeah, good one.
Oh shit. So that's me, and that was a disaster. Now I'm near the end of this level. I don't know if we want to keep going and see how much more I'm going to have to pay towards my own campaign.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well finish the level. We continue talking about music. My backup song was totally different.
Yeah, what was your orange shunts?
Yeah, it was.
The
The band was I Set My Friends on Fire. They're like a screamo band.
So was
And
that
the song was
band,
Things That
or was
Rhyme
that
with
last
Orange
Saturday?
is the name of the song.
I get it.
Sorry, what was
So
it?
Things That Rhyme with Orange.
Because of
Orange sunshine.
Orange rhymes with everything.
Blorange, actually. It's a
Yeah.
hill in Scotland.
Oh, well, there you go.
So next time somebody tries to be a smartass about nothing rhyme with orange, something does.
I guess you're forgetting about Mount Blorange.
You'll need to say it that way. I don't think it's a mount. I think it's a hill.
Sure it is.
technically. Okay, it's a mount.
Taking in the information.
Yep.
And
So,
twisted it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was psychedelic. And
that was a disaster.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me a little bit of. Nope, lost it. It's the one that we haven't released yet. Fuck.
Oh, I
Well,
was expecting some, like, maybe some murders.
yeah, I mean, unfortunately, there's not.
There weren't any murders.
There are no damn murders.
Is it
I
really
mean, there
a
might have
disaster if
been.
nobody's died
I know.
from murder?
I mean, a guy died. He murdered himself, kind of, by
Oh, yeah.
accident. So,
Yep.
It's Afghanistan. A lot of Afghanistan going around.
yeah, you love it.
I'm not sure what. Maybe. Oh, damn. I do know. Fuck. Oh, maybe I
hate
call it
these
a day.
parts.
No, no.
Is that a death or is that just
No,
falling in?
that's just falling. That
That's
doesn't
just-
count.
The annoying platform.
Ugh.
Is this a death?
No.
Eventually.
You'll know it. Oh, yeah, that's right. This game punishes you.
Yeah. That's an upgrade in Dark Ages, I thought.
Yes, because.
Because I hate the platforming.
Well, I think the platforming is pretty fun, but it shouldn't.
It's
I
a
don't think it should-
cheap ass way to die.
Yeah. Oh, God, am I really going to do this?
Don't punish me because I'm a clod.
Okay. Here we go.
And here it is.
This is the boss of this campaign that I forgot was on this level. But
This is the lady.
Oh, we'll see how it goes.
for
this
men's
thing.
mental health and for Dirk, I will punish my. Oh, God.
You either win or you die.
That's true.
It's true about
In this game and life.
Yeah.
Pretty sure people that have won have
And in the
also
Game of
died
Thrones.
in life.
Nope. One or the other.
This is interesting. I mean, I've played this game, but I have no idea what's going on.
That is true of the game on Nightmare.
Very exciting. Any previews for what's happening next week? Oh,
Yeah,
not
who's
bad.
our presenter next week, Peter?
Next week, it's Gary who's coming on board.
All right.
I
Interesting.
think it has to do with a volcano. That is a lot of donations. It's worth it.
Well, I'll be able to have the horrible online experience streaming this.
See you from the other side.
Next week. I won't have the live view from behind your shoulder.
Well, look. Oh, I'm remembering all the phases of this fight now. And you know what? It's getting late. I don't know if I should even.
You've
It's-
proven your point.
Well, if you beat it, you beat it. If you die once more,
Yeah.
you end it and you pay double. How's that? Double or
Double?
nothing?
Double on what you.
Oh no, you just pay 40 instead of 20 for a death, and then it's
I
double
thought
or
you
nothing,
meant on
right?
everything he owes so far. That'd be interesting. You got two
Well-
ghosts to deal with.
Well, you could
That'd be
fine,
very
then,
interesting.
then continue playing and die 3 times.
Get him. There you go. Bust that ghost.
Yeah, like that cop guy.
Oh, no.
Bustin' made him feel good.
Busted really made him feel good.
I wish I could talk. Oh fuck.
Like, I know that you're running around shooting things. I know things have shields, and
So there's.
Splat.
What was the deal?
you're done, but you paid
remortgage
double
your
for that
house.
death.
I played double for that one
That's
death.
Yeah.
$40.
But it's over. It's over.
I think that's fair. Oh God. Yeah. Okay. Well, generous donation on my part.
Movember
I played-
will love you this year.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I did beat that one part of the map that was the most
Yeah, sure.
You
tribute.
sure did,
to
Peter.
Dirk.
You sure did.
So that's Doom Eternal. That's our fucking.
Piggybacking on that was this is a disaster.
That was a disaster. That was a disaster. Thank you for bringing that one. That was an awesome story. I did actually take all of it in.
I know you. I know you did.
It's just
It's hard to.
who came up with this idea? Who
Some madman.
who would be doing a task that requires extreme focus while also talking?
Doesn't that sound like something that I would pitch?
Okay. Again, Linnea says I lied. She said you got this, and then I quit, and she said you do not got this.
Oh,
But at the same time, I am, thanks to that donation that you gave that forced me to play Doom Eternal, I have donated an additional $140. So,
yes. Thanks very much for.
Winners don't do drugs.
that's true.
That's interesting.
But you didn't win, you quit. So,
So
you
do
drugs.
go do
by
some
that
drugs.
logic.
to
So by
heal the
if we
pain.
reverse the logic, I've lost, so I must do drugs,
Yeah.
I guess.
That's how I read it.
Anyway, thank you everyone for joining us. There's my Doomacorn. Very not in line with the tone of the game. But thanks for joining us. Thanks for all the donations. I think we raised a bunch of money for men's mental health tonight for the Movember campaign. That was an awesome disaster. Next week, there's a disaster from Gary. I think I heard someone ask if I know what it's about. And I think I responded that it has to do with volcanoes.
Yes, you said that about 45 seconds ago.
Yep.
I was fighting
I
a
was
demon.
here too for that.
I was fighting a demon, okay? Another plan. So thanks again for joining us. This was awesome. I had a lot of fun. I think you guys had a lot of fun. Tell your friends. Tell anyone that'll listen. If it takes slipping them some LSD, and no, don't do that. Actually, don't do that. Definitely don't do that. But do join us again. It was a lot of fun, and we're going to do it again next week, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, every Wednesday in November. Doom, disasters, men's mental health. All right, thanks. I'm going to stop the stream because I'm running out of things to say. So thanks for coming. Have a great night. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you.